Thank you very much, all of you, the members of the European Parliament, who are the organizers of this conference of Freedom Behind Bars, and all the attendees to this very special meeting that I am glad to be attending, even if it's distance attending. I would have loved to be there physically, but unfortunately it was not possible. And I would love to be with you at this time to share my thoughts on Mzia Amaglobeli, who has become, in the fight that Georgia is developing today against dictatorship, against Russian influence and Russian hybrid war, she has become a symbol of this fight because she's one of those, and not the only one, but one of those that have been imprisoned without any reason, without any valid reason, just because she represents the freedom of the press, just because she represents someone that has been over 30 years fighting for those civil liberties, for defending the rights of the minorities, for defending the possibility to express dissenting voice when at different times in Ajara, which is a region of origin, when there was a regime that was not allowing free speech already at the beginning of Georgian independence. All these times, Mzia, at different episodes of the development of Georgian democracy, has been at the forefront of fighting for democracy. And it's only logical that when started this last episode of our struggle, since the decision by the Prime Minister to turn back on our European path, to violate the constitution of Georgia that says that we have to work and all institutions have to work towards European integration, Euro-Atlantic integration, it's only logical that Mzia, this small woman, became the flag of this protest, peaceful protest movement. I will never forget, because I attended the last part of process, I will never forget, it lasted for 11 hours, and Mzia was standing during these 11 hours because she did not accept to be sitting on the bench of people that are condemned. She is innocent, she was innocent, and she is part of this very peaceful protest, despite some attempts recently to create some false scenarios of false revolutions. She is really the face of the peaceful fight of the Georgian people for their freedom, for the return to the European path, for defending all the civil liberties and the freedom of the press. And if there is something that is today even more at stake than anything else, because the peaceful protests are continuing, it's the freedom of the press, freedom of the media that are directly attacked. Of course, first the regional media that are the most small and without any resources, so the most easily attacked, and then the main opposition channels, or independent, more to say, channels that are directly in the attempt of the authorities to limit the freedom of expression and freedom of media. We all know that we are today more than ever dependent on this free information to continue our fight and our struggle to return Georgia to its European path, to return Georgia to its independence, and not to fall under the Russian influence, under the Russian hybrid war that we are waging against since more than the last 316 days of the peaceful protest, because that fight started more than 2 years ago and is continuing and will continue until we return Georgia to free media, freedom and independence on its European path.